living along the banks of the Spokane River in a time one of the world's greatest fisheries was right here in the city of Spokane. Because of how the Rathdrum Prairie Aquifer and the Spokane River work with one another, the Spokane River is one of the greatest waterways for fish. In the winter, the aquifer feeds the river, and so it's not too cold and it never freezes over. In the summer, it's not too hot because the aquifer waters cools it. And so there's this 12-month period where fish could just thrive. So, as you know, salmon always return to where they are born. A 2 to 5 year journey. Also a 4,000-mile journey to the ocean and back. So in this waterway, when a flood of people, when the Spokane started to grow, and a flood of people came, well, the fishery, and this was about 1889, when Spokane burned down and was being rebuilt and more people started coming. Well, when they arrived, they saw this world-class fishery. But what they didn't understand was that was only 30% of what it once was. But because of the fish wheels and other things, exploiting the fishery farther downriver, that was being interrupted. So even at 30%, it was a world-class fishery. Then in 1909, the first dams began to be put into the Spokane River. The Little Falls Dam and the 9 Mile Falls Dam. And so those dams, beginning in 1909, shut off the salmon from returning to the city of Spokane. Huge fish, sometimes up to 70 pounds. Descriptions of, on the back of a horse, a fish could be draped on each side and the tails would still be dragging on in the water or on the ground. And maybe we'll see some of those pictures. Or also that it appeared you could walk a river so thick, so filled with fish, you could walk across their backs to the other side, or it appeared like you could. Or other descriptions like it ran red with fish or ran black with fish, depending on the species that was returning to the river system at that time. Others would describe it that the rocks in the bottom of the river would disappear because the river was so filled head to toe, side to side of salmon, steelhead, shellfish, eel. That's what our ancestors lived on for 14,000 years, from the break of the Ice Age till around the turn of the 19th century.